My name is Steph and I was hired by the RSPCA to form a communication plan specifically regarding your stance against the shooting of ducks as a recreational sport. Now, hundreds of thousands of ducks are being slaughtered, some dying over long periods of time after being struck during the annual 12-week duck hunting period. Numbers of duck hunters have more than halved since the 1980s due to campaigns against duck hunting. That being said, the RSPCA needs to continue to campaign because as an organisation, you stand for the prevention of cruelty to animals. Our communication plan is aimed at Victorian males aged 12 to 30. This is because Victoria has the greatest number of duck shooters in Australia. 0.4% of Victorians, or numerically 20,000 people, are duck shooters, and 90% of those are males. The Victorian government has invested $17.6 million into duck shooting and is giving away free junior licences to people aged 12 to 17. In addition, the average age of those holding a game licence and passing the waterfall identification tests are aged 23 to 30. The key message of this communication plan is to instill the ideas within the target audience that recreational duck hunting is cruel and inhumane. The overarching key goal is that by November 10th, 2015, 25% of the target audience have pledged not to participate in the 2016 duck hunting season. This will be achieved through three main communications objectives. The first communication objective is to educate the target audience on the detrimental and negative factors of duck shooting by visiting 20% of all high schools, tertiary institutions and gun clubs throughout Victoria. The RSPCA have an educational team in which we would liaise with in regards to putting some of the key following points forward. 1 in 4 ducks who are shot are in agony for hours. Waterbird breeding is at its lowest in history, and states who have banned duck hunting say that it did not affect their economy. The educational team is to poll students and seminar guests at the beginning as to who is or who would consider duck shooting. Then at the end of those who said yes, who will pledge to no longer, and why is that? The education team is to record these results and meet at the end of each week, and they're going to discuss what was the main impacting factors on those who changed their minds. Based on these findings, the seminar will then be improved. The second communication objective is to increase awareness of the target audience of the inhumane ways in which water birds are killed through emotional appeals. Specifically, they're appealing to family via the launch of the Mother Duck media campaign, a commercial launch that will be narrated by a small girl seen to be a baby duckling who has just lost their mother. Emotive words will be used such as mummy, love, alone, sad. For maximum exposure to the target audience, this will air during hunting shows, on animal-based TV shows, and as an ad at the beginning of any YouTube clip that has anything to do with hunting. The commercial will end with a link to the Mother Duck campaign website where you can pledge not to shoot in the 2016 duck hunting season. This will be measured by the amount of people who take the online pledge. In addition, a social media campaign will be launched via Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. The ad will be displayed as well as pictures of ducks with short quotes about the inhumane recreational shooting of ducks. This will be measured more specifically by the increase of likes on the page as well as the increase of the amount of followers and comments on the page. Finally, the third communication objective is to host free weekend events offering clay duck shooting and to simulate wetland conditions at 6 locations throughout Victoria. The event will be advertised in gun clubs, on posters and on the Mother Duck social media channels. Guests will be offered free entry to the events that will be carried out over duck season if they pledge to sign that they will not compete in the 2016 duck hunting season. Drinks, food and merchandise will be sold at the event to raise money for the RSPCA. The success of the events will be measured based upon how many attendees actually signed the pledge, and a poll of how many people actually visited the event more than once. This communication plan has the makings of a true success story for the RSPCA and waterbirds statewide. Education throughout the state will not only deter duck hunters, but it will help prevent those who consider it. The Mother Duck media campaign has the ability to reach maximum potential as repetition pushes consumer action. Clay shooting should be marked as fun, safe, and a lifetime sport which can be done over any season of the year. I believe your team is now equipped for excess. Have a good day.